bom dia, boa tarde ou boa noite. Neste episódio esclarecedor, Lily Lee, ativadora das sementes das estrelas, curadora quântica da linguagem da luz e mentora espiritual multidimensional, explora a poderosa modalidade de cura da cura quântica da linguagem da luz. Esta prática única combina os princípios da cura quântica, que explora a energia infinita do campo quântico, e a linguagem de luz, também conhecida como dialeto da alma. A linguagem da luz ultrapassa a mente e fala diretamente à alma e às células, o que a torna uma ferramenta incrivelmente potente para a cura e a ativação. Trabalha com códigos e frequências de luz para limpar bloqueios, acelerar o despertar e ativar a sua verdadeira essência. Quando combinada com a energia expansiva da cura quântica, esta modalidade torna-se numa ferramenta incrivelmente poderosa para uma transformação profunda. Lily também fala sobre sementes de estrelas, almas que encarnaram na Terra com uma missão cósmica e como podem despertar, ativar e cumprir o seu propósito divino ao serviço da humanidade. Lily oferece um programa de certificação para aqueles que desejam tornar-se curadores de linguagem de luz quântica, capacitando outros a usar esta combinação potente para uma cura profunda. Quer descobrir se é uma semente das estrelas? Faça o Starseed Keys no site da Lily e comece a sua própria jornada cósmica de autodescoberta. Ligue-se à Lily e explore as suas ofertas através do seu Linktree, www.linktree.ee/lilylee.ll. Gostem, subscrevam e partilhem. O canal Sinergias Holísticas, onde a espiritualidade é de todos nós.
Recording is on.
Let's start now. So thank you so much, Lily, to being here. And thank you so much to talk about your spiritual path, how all started, how all begin, and what's energy. We are energy after all, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We are energy. Everything is energy. Everything.
Hmm?
So if we humans can realize that, it'll be so much easier to maneuver in this world, in this 3D reality.
And when you are a little child, do you have any strange voice? Do you saw something strange or no? What was your spiritual path since you were a little girl?
Actually, I haven't really seen anything or hear anything strange that I can recall, but I have always been very open to anything that is unseen. So, meaning, I believe when I was little that there are ghosts or spirits, even to the extent of there must be beings that are out of this world, like extraterrestrials. So I have been extremely just open-minded to everything that is possible.
So you are an open-minded being, open-minded.
Yes, absolutely.
Since you were a little child, yes?
Yes, absolutely. And I do remember even I was very fascinated with Atlantis.
Oh,
even
Atlantis,
though
Atlantis.
supposedly it doesn't exist,
Yes.
right? In this, yeah. But I remember the first time when I came across it, the word Atlantis or this place, so supposedly called the Atlantis, I was very fascinated with it. Like even different phenomena, like the Bermuda Triangle,
Oh, I know.
where planes disappear.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, that's really fascinating. Or even different types of healing. Oh, you can heal this way, you can heal that way. So all of those things, I've always been pretty open. I've been interested.
So you in your path, you don't have any kind of depressions when you in your youth. Nothing like
No,
that. Okay.
no.
So it's very interesting because my guests earlier, all them have a common pattern. All them pass to a strong and violent depression, but not in your case. It's
Nope.
very, very interesting. Can you very,
I've been
very,
lucky. I've
very
been
lucky,
lucky.
yes. Very nice.
Yes, I have been lucky, but I do believe that, personally, I do believe that before we came to this 3D reincarnation, so to speak, or
Mhm.
reality, you have chosen your path, even though if you're going through all the so-called negative stuff, you're like, there's no way I chose this. But most likely, you have, because when we are on the other side, so to speak, generally life is not like this reality. So if we were presented with, oh, would you like to have this kind of experience, that kind of experience, negative, negative, like very, very hard, you're like, yeah, sure, I could do it. Absolutely, I can do it. But once you came here, you're like, what? It's this? Why would I choose this? You must be kidding me, right? Or perhaps there's some kind of something that they want to learn as a result of the trauma or the negative experience. So they have chosen to go down that path before they came here.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Because the pain is a form of understanding, the form of knowledge, the pain that a person pass through, and is not a requisite for spiritual awakening. Is not. What do you think?
It's not, well, in my case, it's not. It's not. But I would say there's this known thing as the dark night of the soul.
Yes. Hmm.
Yes, which is when a soul goes through something traumatic, right, in their life, somewhat. So perhaps during that time or after the so-called dark night of the soul, then often, maybe not all the time, but often, if your soul wishes or if your human wishes to do that as well, then you will come through a spiritual awakening. So, for my case, for example, um, I've had what happened was back in 2018, my mom actually passed away fairly suddenly from pancreatic cancer, stage 4. So after her funeral, after the dinner of the funeral, I actually fainted and collapsed for no medical reason. Went through all kinds of tests and everything, so on and so forth, no reason whatsoever. And so I gave myself 6 months to recuperate. And but as soon as after the 6 month, I started noticing 911 on the clock every time I look at it. So I started to, because I'm generally um, like open-minded with, oh, is someone trying to tell me something? Are there messages? What is going on? Like 911. In my case, I'm thinking, oh, for North Americans, I'm in Canada, that is a number that you call for emergency.
Oh yes,
When you want to
emergency.
call
Yes.
the ambulance, yeah, you want to call the ambulance, the police, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, is someone trying to tell me something? 911? What is going on? So eventually I Googled it. And then I'm understanding that 911 is actually an angel number. Then I started noticing, once you understand what the message is coming through, for me, in my case, they start giving me other numbers. So I would be like, oh, so this other number, then I may start everywhere I go, I see this number like 747 or whatever it was. So again, until I actually figure out what the message is, and they give me other set of numbers. So that all started. Then I started to notice a lot of synchronicities, because what it is that message is always around us. They're always trying to help us, send us messages. But if once our mind has been quieted enough and we start noticing, then we will start to notice all the messages and synchronicities. So I was starting to do that, noticing that.
So, what this kind special synchronicity was telling you? What this 9/11 was telling you?
It was basically, in the case back then, if I remember correctly, which is whatever it is said, it really resonated. I don't know. It probably said something like you're awakening or you're starting to be on your path. To be quite honest, I don't recall at this time what exactly is said that resonated with me. But basically, one thing led to another, and it made sense. It definitely did not say emergency, emergency, you need to watch out.
So your nice energy. So in 2018, you start your spiritual awakening, or before that?
I would say officially, I started after the collapse.
After
Like
the
after I recuperated from
from
the
the club,
collapse, I would say officially, yes.
officially. And what you felt
Officially, yeah.
after the recuperation? What you felt after that?
After the recuperation, I didn't feel.
Nothing
I'm just
special.
telling myself, no. I just told myself, okay, now you recuperated. Now you need to move on with life, and then I just started noticing the angel numbers, the synchronicities, and then what happened was after that, um, I was called to take a quantum light language, no, quantum healing course. And even before that, actually, my sister said, "Oh, maybe you're a star seed." And I was like, "Oh, what's that? What does that mean? What's a star seed?" So again, this is the way the world works if you pay attention. So if you ask a question, generally answers will come to you in all sorts of forms.
Mhm.
Maybe you might not hear it in your internal ears or see it in your internal eyes, but you might drive and see it on the billboard, or you might be scrolling on your phone or looking at your computer on the website, YouTube, and some kind of something will come across your feed, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's what I was asking about." So in my case, Starseed. Oh, what is that? So I came across a Facebook group, and it says something about star seeds. I was like, oh, okay. Let me try to find out more about this. So in that group, I was guided to take a quantum healing course. Because when they explained it to me, I'm like, absolutely, it makes so much sense. Of course, that's how healing should be, fast, like that.
Mhm.
However, after I took that course, I thought, no, there's a faster way. There's a faster way to heal than what I'm being taught right now in this course. So basically, after that, it led me down to a path of light language.
Okay, so to put the dots in the context, what is a start seed? What is quantum healing? Can we just a little bit talk about a little bit?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So star seed, there are many definitions out there, but my definition of star seed is any soul, because there are various types of souls on earth. There are terrestrial souls that are of the earth, terrestrial, and there are extraterrestrial souls that are from other planets, galaxies, star systems, so on and so forth. So, out of those extraterrestrial souls, some of them just want to come to earth and experience how it's like to be able to touch, a cup of a cup,
Yes. Mhm.
to enjoy how it tastes like to actually taste
Okay.
tea, right? Because in other dimensions, you actually don't get to do that. You get everything instantaneously, but you don't actually get the feel, the touch, the taste. You don't get to experience that. And plus, of course, all the 3D traumas and stuff, you don't
Okay.
really get to experience that.
Mhm.
So, certain extraterrestrial souls, beings, would like to come here to experience that. Whereas some other extraterrestrial souls, they're here to help humanity. They feel like they have a mission that they need to accomplish. So often, for star seeds, the word star seed, because I put it in quotes because that's not something I only use the word star seed is because it's a well-known human term. Okay, so that's why I used the word. And so basically for common star seed traits are perhaps when you're growing up, you feel kind of like you don't
Disconnected?
belong.
You feel disconnected?
Disconnected.
Okay.
Yes, you feel disconnected. You don't belong. You don't really have a group of friends that you connect with. Your family don't really understand you. And also, you always feel like perhaps you have this longing for home. But you're like, that makes no sense. I am home. I'm at home longing for home. That doesn't make sense.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
So yeah, so often you will have that, and even on my website, you can go through a quiz if you're wondering. You can go through the quiz, and you can find out if you're a star seed or not. So that's a star seed.
Okay.
So with quantum healing, simply put, is that everything is energy. Okay, everything is energy. So with quantum healing, that is a fast way to actually tap in to a healer, for a healer to tap into healee, the person that needs healing, and help them remove whatever it is, the energy blockages. So you don't really have to have any hands-on hands-on experience or manipulation to help the person, to help the so-called patient or client. You can actually work virtually, and that's what I do. Basically, I do everything virtually online, unless, of course, if my friends want me to help them here locally, then I will. But generally speaking, it's quantum.
But it's a form of Reiki? It's like Reiki energy or no? You know Reiki?
Reiki.
Yes.
Yes, I know Reiki. Yeah. So light language you're referring to.
Yes.
So I've developed a modality called the quantum light language healing modality, where if you take the program, you can also get certified. So what that is if people don't understand what quantum light language healing is, then I would say, yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Do you know Reiki? Well, something similar, except it's more powerful. That's
Okay.
the way I would
It's
explain it.
like Reiki, but
Yes,
more powerful. Yes? Like Reiki?
absolutely. Absolutely, because it has vibrations that comes through, or at least in the quantum healing, light language healing, and my modality, and it's also a sort of a type of a vibrational healing, a sound healing. Okay, and it goes directly to your soul, because light language is also known as soul language, soul dialect. So when I bring through any of the vibrations, it goes directly to your soul, to your cells. So that's why it's way faster than any other modalities I know.
So can you repeat? It's quantum light, quantum energy,
Quantum
quantum,
light language healing.
quantum light language healing. Okay.
Healing, yes, that's the modality I've created.
And you created based on your experiences, on your life experiences.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. And I actually teach it step by step with regards to how to do that, and um, how to bring it through in the most potent way.
Oh, but you teach online. You teach online your course.
Yes, everything I
Oh,
do is online.
very
Yes.
nice. And a person without any knowledge can apply your teachings.
Absolutely. Because you know why? I'll explain to you why. It's because if you're attracted to what I'm saying, there's a
Hmm.
deep resonance.
Hmm.
That's because your soul is calling. You may not remember, when I say you, what I'm referring to is you're human.
Hmm.
Your human might not remember who you are, but your soul does. And your soul has guided you to me, and for you to be motivated to invest in this program, because it's a premium mentorship program, where you will be guided to actually remember. Everything is a remembrance, right? Because all of us can speak light language and soul dialect. If you are a living thing, you have a vibration. If you have a vibration, you have a sound. So everything I teach is remembrance. I'm activating your remembrance.
Okay, but you speak through sound. It's like music because I do music. It's like music or no?
Yes. So with light language, it actually comes in various forms. So you could articulate it into words, you can sing it,
Okay.
you can sign it because you're moving energy, because I do a lot of this when I'm doing healing. You can sign it, and actually dancing, body movement, people don't know. That's why a lot of people are actually speaking it right now.
Exactly.
And they don't know. It's just like when humans don't understand what is coming through, what they're hearing, they go, oh, you're speaking gibberish. When you are writing, because a form of light language is also writing. So when you're writing things that humans don't understand, they go, oh, you're just scribbling. It could be light codes, right? And also drawing too. Like it also comes through paintings or drawings. Light codes can come through paintings and drawing. So definitely many, many, many forms.
Okay, so you join a lot of specialities in one energy, because drawing, music, writing, dancing, body movement, it's all an energy expression. Yes.
Absolutely. It is an energy expression. That's how you channel the light codes, light language. That's how you release it as well, release a dense energy. So, absolutely, it's part of the being, the human being. It's part of us.
Okay,
So, it's nothing special. It's not like you're grabbing something from external, it's all within.
it's all within. And how long you teach this course? It's something new. It's very new. This kind of therapy.
Yeah, so actually, as I mentioned, I've only woken up, awakened, starting to back in 2018. So I'm actually a really good example of being activated, and it's a remembrance, you get everything back, right? So it hasn't been that long since I've started this so-called journey. Because right now everything I do is connected to my current soul purposes. I'm extremely purpose driven, because our human life here on earth is pretty much limited only because of the physical vessel that we are in. Our
Yes.
soul lives forever, but the physical vessel, there is a limit.
Mhm.
So that's why I am very focused on making sure that everything I do is aligned to my true soul purpose. So this particular program hasn't been out there for very long, just as I haven't been practicing, right? Whereas some other Reiki people that practice Reiki, they may say, oh, I've been doing this for 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, right? But I'm a really good example of, no, it's within you. Get activated. Your remembrance comes back. You can do it.
So any
Because as you
person.
mentioned, you've experienced my videos, so my healing transmissions. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So any person can do that. It's a very nice thing. Any person can do your course. Any person.
absolutely.
And
Yeah, if you're called to do it, you can do it. That's why my students are surprised before they'll ask me. They'll be like, because before you come on, join my course, I do you can there's an application process, because I would like to make sure, because there's limited, because I'm actually very focused with regards to helping you, right? Because in the program, it's a premium mentorship program. So I want to make sure that, first of all, you are truly serious about wanting to remember and wanting to do this, right? Because this is my soul mission. I want to make sure you succeed, right? So I will have a one-on-one call with you first before like go through an application process and also they will have a chance to ask me questions and see if my energy is right, to see if it's aligned with them, to see if the program aligns with them too, so they have a chance to decide as well. So during those calls, I do have my students before they joined, of course, they were like, do you think I can do this? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely you can. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then someone else would say, oh, I only speak light language when I'm under ayahuasca, when they take those
Yes,
kind of
yes, I know that.
things.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm like, no, you don't need to take any of that. You can absolutely speak it without taking any of that. And they're like, really? I can? I'm like, yes, absolutely. And sure enough, of course, they can. They do.
Oh, very nice. So, for example, if I can take your course, I can, after that, be a teacher to teach here in Portugal, or no? I have a certificate?
Yes, absolutely. You do have a certificate. You are certified to do so. And at the same time, yeah, absolutely. Because I wanted to say certifications, it might trigger some people.
Yes, yes.
But I want to say certifications are a human design, right? Like meaning humans tend to want those certifications or want to see those certifications before they feel relevant, or they feel like they can do it, or they feel like the practitioner um, is valid, so to speak. But really, if you tap into the person's energy, you'll know. You'll know if they can help you or not.
So, how many countries you are now? Only in Canada now, at the present?
How many countries?
Yes, you are now with a physical presence, like a physical instructor.
Oh, okay. So I am in Canada, but as I mentioned, everything I do is online. So currently, my little circle is about 60,000 um, um, followers and students, and basically across my social media, right? And it's all over the world because again, everything I do is online.
Okay,
It's global.
but
Yeah.
for example, I know some people that only believe if you are in physical presence. So there are chances that, for example, that I can give your teachings for in physical presence for example, in the studio, in a room, in a classroom. What you advise? What you think? It's the same energy or no?
It's absolutely the same energy. And I understand everybody is different, and some people they're just used
Hmm.
to wanting to be on the one-on-one physical, not even one-on-one, it's more like physical
Physical, because yeah.
environment.
Hmm.
Yes, absolutely, I understand that. But then it wouldn't be for me at this point in time because everything I do is online and all of my sessions. Yeah, because I do have private sessions as well
Okay.
and the membership that I run, and everything everything is online. I would say only the thing that is physical would be maybe the books that I wrote,
Hmm.
where you can actually receive the actual book, and then you have the physical copy in front of you. And my light coated jewelry. But other than that, everything else is literally energy, quantum, um, online.
Okay, so there is a misbelief that Reiki only works if is physical, in presence and physical. Not true. The Reiki, for example, just to compare,
Not true.
not true.
Not true at all. Not true at all. Because many people actually do Reiki online as
Online, yes.
well.
Hmm.
And you can actually experience it for yourself. What I would highly recommend for people that are interested or curious is to actually do some research with regards to either the healer, because as I mentioned, I do sessions, I do activation sessions too. If you don't want to take the full, you're not interested in becoming a practitioner, you just want to start speaking light language and start to heal yourself and maybe your family members, or start channeling messages and connect with your higher self, right? That would be activation, light language activation, or connect with your starseed's essence. So all that, you could just activate your light language. I can help you with it. But before you do that, I would highly recommend people to research and see what kind of things that the practitioner or the mentor, the healer actually does, and experience the energy to see if it's right for you. And again, you will know. Trust your inner
Yeah.
guidance, because us humans, we often doubt. At the very beginning, we would like to get external feedback for us, validate us, external feedback to validate us. And once we're validated and we have enough confidence, then we start believing in ourselves. But that's okay, because don't be down on yourself, because that's just the process, right? That is part of the process. And if you're at the place where you need external validation, then that is a process, right? So then you know.
So very nice. Thank you so much for being here. I will put the links because this is something very new. Many of my followers don't know what you're doing. So I will put all the links on the video description. And I think it's something that we should explore more, to experience more. Yes. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And if it resonates with you, definitely explore and tap into and reach out to me. I mean, my website is awakeningstarseeds.com, and just reach out or email me if you have any questions. I have many different free resources that's available in various platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all sorts. So just reach out to me. And but my current sole purpose, as I maybe didn't mention, which is very important, is that right now I am helping to accelerate cosmic disclosure,
Okay.
and to normalize light language and innate, which is known as psychic abilities, and as well as activating star seeds, so that I can help them remember who they truly are, so that I can help them clear their energetic blockages, their traumas, so that they can start enjoying their 3D life on Earth. And then they can successfully accomplish their
Okay.
in helping humanity and Mother Earth, so we can all rise. And this way is the fastest way that I know of to help ground in the new Earth energy, because I know a lot of people are already talking about helping to bring to new Earth. I am here to help ground it in.
Okay.
Ground in that energy. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for
But
being
thank
here.
you.
Thank you so much. I'm very curious. So I'm a Gemini. I will go to your site soon after I go to this video editing. Thank you so much.
Aw,
and
thank you, Nuno.
and
Thank
hope
you for
you.
having
Thank
me.
you. Bye. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye for
Bye.
now. Bye.